Okay, this call that I'm making right now, I'm making for Alecia. Alecia, I'm calling Ray on Roseville. And the numbers on this particular property is he's asking $194,500. Estimated value is $227,000. I may ask him that again just to see if their numbers are right. Apparently it's a free and clear property, and this was a Craigslist lead. I'm glad that you're writing down how you got the lead. That's very important to know where your business is coming from. Let's see what we got. Does it need repairs? Yes, it needs a window on the garage and a garage door. When do you want to move? ASAP. 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 2,200 square feet. Oh, listed. Will lease option. Bought more land elsewhere. House is vacant. Alright, let's just call him and see what we've got working here. Hopefully he'll answer. Hey, may I speak to Ray?
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, Ray, my name's Steve. I'm calling on a partner of mine, Alecia. Apparently she's called you and was talking to you about a property that you've got for sale.
Yeah.
Do you have a second to talk about it? Is this a good time or is it not a good time?
No, that's fine. I'm good.
Okay, I've got just a little bit of information. I'm actually based out of Florida. I do a lot of business up in North Carolina, though, and that's how I know Alecia. We do business together. And she was telling me about this property that you've got on, what is it, Roseville Road?
On Roseville Road, yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that property. I see you're asking $194,500 here. What do you think that house is worth?
Well, when I first put it on the market about a year ago with the realtors, they had it going for about 232, and that's when everything started nosediving.
Yeah.
So I dropped it down to about 220, and then after the realtor couldn't do anything with it, then I took it on myself as a for sale by owner, and then I dropped it down to 204 and started getting a lot of hits on it, but people just couldn't get qualified. So I dropped it down to 194.5, and that's where it's at currently. But I know it's worth a whole lot more than that.
Right, right. Well, the market's going to tell us how much it's worth. We got to figure out how much a lender will loan on that thing. So it's been on the market for more than a year?
It's been on it for about 15, 16 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of shape is it in?
Well, it's built in 90, so it's not a brand new home.
Uh-huh.
But I would say everything works on it. You know?
Is it the original roof?
It is, no. The roof is about 8 years old. The heating and air unit is about 3.5 years old.
Okay.
So, but it's the original appliances.
What about the flooring in there? Is it carpet?
I got carpet and I got hardwood floors in the formal dining room.
Or are they still in pretty good shape?
Oh yeah. The carpet isn't the original. The carpet's maybe 8 years old as well.
Okay. So,
and my wife, she has really bad allergies. So we always got that carpet cleaned regularly. So it's
yeah. 8 years is getting kind of up there though. But you did the major things there. You got that roof and that AC done.
Yeah.
Okay. I see here you don't owe anything on that property. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this: would you be willing to sell your property on terms? Now, what I mean by terms is I don't need to be like a lot of these guys out there and get 30 years or anything like that. I don't need to be anywhere near that. But I'm just trying to figure out if you'd be willing to accept your equity and payments for a while. Meaning that, would you be willing to finance your property?
Oh, no.
Okay.
We had already bought another house.
Okay.
And all we want to do is just let that one go.
Okay. Well, if I came in there and paid all cash for this property, if I can get this thing closed, say 30-ish days or so, and close it pretty quick, what do you think? What do you think would be the least amount you could take for a cash offer?
For a cash offer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's as is.
As is, yeah.
That's as is, and the lowest we want to go is, and don't try to go up any high or any lower, is 189.
Wow, 189.
Because I had one other guy offer me that, and he's trying to get approved right now.
Uh-huh.
And and I had to talk my wife into going that low because we had dropped it so much.
Right.
But just to be fair with this other guy.
Well, I totally understand. I've got to figure out what the property is worth right now, and I've got to be honest with you. If the property, will appraise, I don't know, if it'll appraise for, say, 195, I can't come in there and pay a cash offer for 189. I'm only looking at $6,000, and my closing costs are going to eat me up on that. Obviously, we're real estate investors. I don't have to steal your home. I don't have to retire on your particular property. But I do need to have some kind of room there, and I'm going to have more than $6,000 worth of closing costs.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that our house beside that one, is a much smaller home. It's a one-story. All he's done was paint it. He's got a new paint job on it.
Uh-huh.
And he had it appraised about a month ago, and it appraised for 188.
188?
188, and it's a much smaller, and the house is about 5 years older than mine.
Right.
And I got more land and more house and much better shape. So if you want to go by that to start with, I know it's going to be a lot more.
Okay. Well, that might get us to maybe 195 or something like that, and I'm just guessing. But even with that said, even if I got to be honest with you, even if you were at 200,000, I can't come in there and pay 189, which is 190, for an all cash price. Now I could probably do something if somebody was able to give me some kind of terms for some kind of short term financing. I'm thinking maybe 5 years. I can pay a whole lot more if I can get some kind of financing. But if I've got to come in and pay all cash, I really need to get quite a bit less.